because all of you, are here. Secondly, because the woman I am having today, the person we are having a conversation today, the person teaching us today, the person that will be taking us on a journey today is one phenomenal storyteller. And here's the thing, she's not just a storyteller, but she carries sunshine all around her always. Yes. And it's just an amazing thing to have people that are not just full of stories and full of moments and full of, grace and poise. It's just amazing that you're not just going to have them just as storytellers, but as literal sunshine, basically. Like, it's just so amazing. It's so amazing. So, this is me welcoming you guys officially again to this event. And I promise you guys, it's just going to be nothing short of amazing. Trust me. Trust me, it's going to be nothing short of amazing. So, the person we're having today is a renowned coach. Yes, she's a renowned coach. She is a transformation and visibility strategist. She has spoken, guess what, in over 4 continents. Yes, she has been around the world trying to let people, or let people be the best they can be through her stories of thrive and moments and all of those. And it's just so beautiful to have her here today. Okay, I'll tell you guys her name real quick so we don't waste time. This person I'm having is Dr. Naomi Osamiwa.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I see we are live. Where is the amazing lady who is bringing me up? I need to know where she is. Let me know in the comments where you're joining me from. I'm excited to be here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen in a bit. Mhm. I am going to share my screen in a bit, but do let me know where you're joining me from. I'm going to be looking at the comments to know where you are in the world. Let me know where you are joining me from. I'm not seeing any comments. Okay, hello, unprofessional trendy. Your handle is very unique. Uh, who else is here? Let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know. Hi, Juliet from Kano. Hi, welcome from Kano. Welcome, welcome. Keep telling me where you're joining me from and share with me what your expectation is today. Hi, Mimi. You were supposed to be here. I didn't expect to be thrown on stage immediately. I can hear you also. Your network is it's breaking. I can hear you. Claudia's from FCT Nigeria. Welcome. Mimi, you are. Say hello, say something. Maybe it's me, but I can't hear you. Your network is fuzzy. Can anyone hear Mimi? Mimi, can you say something? No, can't hear you. Check if your sound is on. Not sure what's happening. Okay. No. No. Can anyone else hear Mimi? Because I can't hear her. Okay. She's off again. And I kind of need Mimi to give me the cue of what to do, right? 𝐬𝐸𝐿𝐤𝐬 from Lagos. Thank you for joining me. So let me know, what is your expectation today before Mimi gets on? Tell me, what is your expectation for today? Because I have a lot to share. And I had hoped Mimi was here. Yeah, we can hear her. Hope it seems like she's having network issues. And here we are. Here we are. What are we going to do without Mimi? But come on, guys, let me know. What are your expectations? So I see Juliet, I see 𝐬𝐸𝐿𝐤𝐬, unprofessional trendy. What is your name? Let me know so I can refer to you appropriately. Let me know. I want to see your expectations. I'm going to be sharing with you from stock to unstoppable. And this is for you if you feel like where you are right now, you have what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. There are lots of words in my head, but there's a particular word I'm looking for. Maybe I can go with, you have exhausted your time in this season. You're done with this level and you're ready for the next level. So I want to share with you how to get on stock and step into more. If you believe that there is more, that even if you've achieved some level of success, that there is more for you, please let me know in the chat box. I am a very interactive speaker. I like to speak with you. I mean, I don't want to speak at you. I want us to have a conversation. So you are going to be busy in the chat box, and I am reading, I am seeing everything. So please go right ahead and tell me what your expectation is for today. If there are people you know should be here and they're not here, let them know that we are about to start. We're going to kick off in about 3 minutes. Let me check in with the head office to see what's happening with Mimi and if someone else is coming. Okay, there she is again. Uh-oh, and there she's gone. Okay, and then she's back. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me now.
I can hear you, Mimi. So I'm going to go off off the stage so
Can
that
you
you
hear?
can. Yes, I can hear you. I'm going to go off the stage so you can do your thing, and then I can come back in.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So I don't know if you know. Please indicate if you can hear me because I had a very bad network hint earlier, and I'd like to know if you can hear me. Please just indicate if you can hear me. Again, my name is Mia Kana, and I apologize for the break in transmission. Yes. So today, I'm very, very much excited. Very, very, very excited because the person that we're having in the show today, the person that will be speaking to us today is an amazing woman. I mean, she's just not a woman of stories and pause and grace, but she's a woman that carries sunshine everywhere she goes to, and it's just amazing that I will be hosting her today, guys. I'm just very, very excited, and I cannot wait for her to speak to us and to talk to us. It's just very, very amazing to have her here today, and I am particularly looking forward to speaking with her and hearing the things that she will say to us. I mean, global coach that has spoken through four continents and counting, a a visibility strategist, and it's just so amazing to have her here today. And I have been looking forward to this day to have the woman that carries sunshine and not just stories around her. It's just amazing to have her here today, and I cannot even contain my excitement. I'm sorry, guys. I'm supposed to be calm, but I cannot. Welcome, Dr. Naomi Osamigwa. It feels very exciting to have you here today. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm here. I'm waiting for your cue. How is it going to go? Are you going to ask me questions, or you just want me to go right ahead?
Okay, basically you're having a conversation, yeah. So we will be asking you a few questions. About your journey. Those things that I know that you have and you possess. We want to know. We want to know your power of um the kind of power you have that has moved you from being stuck to being unstoppable. We want to know all your secrets tonight. We want to know your commandment of transformation. We want to know all of that. But before we start, I just want to know if there's anything about you that we do not know or I do not know. We want to know just a little about you that I haven't said right here.
Okay, so thank you, Mimi, for having me and the entire team at TEDx Maitama Official. I am deeply honored. It's always a pleasure to share. I never take it for granted. And so I'm grateful to Pascal and everyone who has made sure that this is happening. And of course, special greetings to all those who are here live and those who are going to catch the replay. I am grateful. I think the only thing I would like to share that's not really in my profile is that I am a wife and a mom. I'm a mom to four children. I'm a mom to two adults. Two adults. Like my first son just turned 21. So I am a mom to a 21-year-old. That's a big deal. And that's not on my profile.
It's really, really very beautiful. Okay, so just to let you know, I did a very, very wild background check on you, and I must say that I've been stalking you, and I'm not sorry.
Really? That's kind of spooky. Like, yeah, that's kind of scary. Like, I hope you found good stuff.
I mean, I just could not find anything that's not amazing. You are a phenomenal woman from being stuck, to being here, to being global, to being transforming life from, you know, a part of your life that I read about. I'm not going to tell you guys, please. It's just amazing. So tonight, the first question I'll be asking tonight is, what is that? Um, moment like you notice or that you decided that this is not the place and I have to move? What's that action you took at that time?
Mm, that's such a great question. And I've had a lot of moments in my life. Because I mean, I'm going to be 45 in August, so I've lived a bit. There are lots of moments I've had where I really did feel, like stuck and stagnant. And one of those critical moments would have to be, the point where I ran away from home, and after 9 years, I had to walk away. That was a big stuck moment because everything, like the world that I had come to know, literally was over, and I had to start all over. And I have to say, the first thing that really has kept me on this journey of going from being in a place where I'm stuck, and you can be stuck from bad choices. I need to say that. Sometimes, it's us, it's the decisions we've made. Sometimes you can find yourself stuck. And even before you're looking for village people and you're looking for who has done something to you, you want to check in with yourself. I had, made a series of decisions, and I found myself at a place where I was stuck. But the beautiful thing about my journey is acknowledging, first of all, that my life is not my own. And so I'm a big believer in the for me it's my truth that there is a God in heaven, and He created me, and my life has purpose. And yes, sometimes on our own accord, we can choose different paths that tend to take us away from that path. But you see, going back to God and acknowledging that He's sovereign, and He can take anything and He can make anything out of it. Because if you go even back to Genesis, in the beginning, and this is a Bible story for those who are not, Christians. Let me just tell you the story, because I'm a storyteller and I share a lot of stories, including Bible stories. And I promise you, you will love it. So in the beginning, there was darkness, and darkness covered the face of the earth. Like that was a stock moment. Like nothing was working, nothing was coming on. And the scriptures tells us that the spirit of God was brooding over the earth, and God said, let there be light. Some versions will say, light be, light be. And so I have that understanding personally, that if God could, you know create such beauty out of darkness, then it doesn't take him anything. I can't go too far to a place where God cannot touch me, where God cannot fix me. Now, this is not then a valid reason to say, you know what, I'm just going to go and make bad decisions, and I'm just going to make mistakes because God can fix me. You want to be careful there, because some people don't live to tell the story. And so for me, acknowledging God as my maker, acknowledging Him as sovereign, acknowledging Him as one who can take my mess and turn it into a message was first one of the ways that I got out of being stuck, because then I knew there's a way out. There's someone who can help me come out of this mess. Second thing would have to be understanding the power of purpose and potential, knowing that there is a purpose why I am here. I don't believe I'm just a part of the census. I don't believe I'm just a part of the statistics. I believe that there is purpose for my life. And all of this drives my decisions, it drives the actions that I take. And the third part would have to be one of the things I really want to focus here today, and that is your mindset. Really, how you think. Because you can see two people go through similar circumstances. While one person comes out feeling my life is over, nothing good can ever happen to me, another person sits back and literally takes the lessons out of the situation and turns their life around for good. So question now is, which one of these two people are you? Because by simply having a mindset shift, by looking at a situation and just switching from why is this happening to me to why is this happening for me, you will find out that the answers to those two questions, even with just the difference of one word, can absolutely transform your life. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening for me? Take away two and put four, and the answers will be different. If you ask, why is this happening to me? You will get answers. If you ask, why is this happening for me? You will get answers. But truth is, one of those questions, the answers have the tendency to move you beyond being stuck to becoming unstoppable. And so that is why we're here today.
Even if we don't go on from here, I think I've learned enough. But then, not now, not now. So, one of the things you do, one of the things coming from your videos that I've seen, your words online, the things you write about. Of course, just like you said, you're very big on mindset. And one of the
Mm,
things that you're being able to do is using your story to transform and inspire other people. Even though
mm,
that was a moment of your life, you used your story, or you are still, of course, using your story to inspire
mhm,
people. Yes, and I think the next question that I'd like to ask you is pertaining to mindsets, because personally, there's some moment that I get in, and I don't even have um, the clarity. I don't even have the sanity to even think of solution out of those moments. And for you, you
mm.
mind came out of those moments truly refined and transforming, and ball and build, not just for yourself but for people, speaking to people, just the way you are doing, to us here right now. And I just want to know your mindset towards life. Was it as a result of the circumstance that happened at that moment for you, or have you always been a woman of positive mindsets? Because you are a
Mm.
sparkle queen. Have you always had your sunshine with you?
Oh wow, that's such a beautiful question. Truth be told, I've not always had that whole sparkle thing going. Yeah, I mean, pretty much as a little girl, I grew up as a happy child. I was like, the light in the room. Uh, if you ever knew my family and you wanted to talk about the children, I am probably the one you would know because I'm the one that is out there. I am the one that, would talk to anybody without fear. I'm the one that could receive visitors on behalf of my father and my mother. That was me. However, when I had the whole experience, of course, I became a shadow of myself. I became stuck. And going back to the foundation of my faith helped me greatly. Understanding again the power of purpose. I'm one of those who was privileged to access the books of Dr. Miles Monroe early on. And thank God, even before his passing, I got to be mentored directly by him. I look back and I see that a lot of things shaped my thinking. And of course, if you go back again to the scriptures that I shared from earlier, the Bible talks about be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your mindset is so critical to your journey because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way you are right. And so a lot of times I teach the importance of people first being responsible because it's easy to be stuck and point at everyone else. Look, I could have given valid reasons for wanting to be stuck. I could have pointed fingers at everything but myself and stay stuck. And I would have been justified. There would have been people who would have encouraged me to stay in that place of having a pity party. But the truth is, staying stuck and having a pity party and pointing and blaming everybody else, And this is not to say that people may not have hurt you, people may not have betrayed you, people may not have done things that have really just messed you up, right? And I'm not um, downplaying whatever anybody has gone through. That is not me. I am, and please, I mean no disrespect if you've been hurt by anyone. What I am saying is, when people, typical example, when people have betrayed you, when people have hurt you, you need to understand this. You have a choice to stay in a place of anger, to stay in a place of bitterness, to stay in a place of, I can never get my life back because this person has betrayed me, because this person I trusted stole from me, because this person raped me, because this person abandoned me, because this person, I mean, I've worked with clients who were abandoned even at birth. People who, like, they have every reason to not thrive because of the circumstances beyond their control. However, they chose, and I need you to put that in the comment. You have a choice. Today is a day that you choose. Because the difference between you being at a place where you're stuck and stepping into a place where you're unstoppable is simply a choice. And so, understanding that in the renewing of my mind is where transformation will happen, guess what? That then becomes my focus. So, instead of focusing on what has happened, what has gone wrong, it's how can I be better? How can I think differently? How can I see the good, even in the bad? How can I take the lessons? And all of this has shaped the woman that I am today.
Good. And I mean, we are so proud to be associated with the kind of woman that you are today because I mean, you are just one phenomenal woman and just amazing. So, the
Thank you
next
so
question
much.
will be here. The surprising benefit of a mindset shift, something on your screen. So, we want to know what's the surprising benefits of a mindset shift. You have shared some. We want to know more about that surprising benefit of a mindset shift.
So, the first thing I want to say is transformation, transformation, transformation. And I want those who are listening, who are here live, and even those who will watch in the replay to put that in the comments. Transformation. It's a it's an amazing benefit of having a mindset shift. Transformation, because what you feed your focus expands. What you feed your focus expands. If you focus on all the negativity, it will continually expand. If you focus on what it is you can pull out of what you've gone through, then you will experience transformation. There's nothing special. I mean, I don't have, like, superpowers that allows me to do things that no other human can do. I am a person, I am a human like every other person. But what sets me apart and the work that I do is choosing, choosing to not focus on what is going wrong. And I'm human, and there are times where, yes, there are weak moments, but truth be told, choosing to always stay in that place of, where am I going to focus on? Am I going to focus on what is going wrong, or am I going to focus on what is right and what lessons I can pull out of what I'm dealing with? I mean, these are just determining factors. I would love to share my screen. I mean, I'm sharing it already, but I'd love to proceed. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. So let me share a bit of insight. First of all, what is
Okay.
mindset? It's a set of attitudes and beliefs that shape the way an individual views the world and themselves. So remember, I talked about responsibility. It's not how people see you. A lot of people are where they are today. A lot of people are stuck because they have chosen the narrative of how others have described them, how others have defined them. This is the part I like. You will, if there's one word you will probably hear 100 times before I'm done, is responsibility. It can influence how someone approaches challenges, how they deal with failure, and how they interpret feedback. There are people you will advise and give feedback because of how they think of themselves. They will take your feedback and they will turn it to something that you that gave the feedback, you will be shocked to hear what they're giving you back as what they heard. And I've been there. I've experienced this, and it has not even been funny to be at a place where I hear things and I'm like, no, but that's not what I said. But truth be told, there is what you said, and there is how the other person heard it and how they interpreted it. It's all mindset. That's why I gave the example of two people who can go through something similar, and one person comes out feeling like my life is over. And then the other person takes that same experience and is able to make something out of his or her life. Mindset can also include a person's self perception, self esteem, and self talk. So, what are you telling yourself? How is your self esteem? How do you rate yourself? When opportunities come, are you among those who say, oh, this is not for me, or give it to Mimi? I don't think I can handle this. Even when you have the capacity to deliver, are you among the people who turn down opportunities? When a door opens, you carry your own hands and you close it. Mindset can be a powerful tool in personal development and can have a significant impact on an individual's success and happiness. Very, very, very powerful. Please never forget this. Your mindset can have a significant impact on your success and your happiness. So let's look at a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through effort, whereas a fixed mindset is the belief that abilities are set and cannot be changed. And so I want you to answer me in the comments. Do you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Because for us to enjoy the benefits of a mindset shift, we have to first identify what kind of mindset do I have? And truth be told, I left that benefit at just transformation, because transformation can mean different things to different people. And the truth is, for everyone here in the chat box, you should be able to tell yourself, or rather, look at where you are today and look at where you have been, and ask yourself, what mindset have I been carrying all this while? What am I dropping after today? And what mindset am I taking into the next season? And once you begin to make that shift, the next question you want to ask yourself is, what then do I see even as I'm making this shift? Because many of you will now begin to see transformation. Many of you will now begin to see yourselves as exactly who you are, not less than who you are. Are you with me? Please let me know in the chat box. The comment box is empty. I need to know that people are here and they are following. So let me know. Edoze, Juliet, Unprofessional Trendy, Estella, if you're still here, let me know. And I want to know what you have heard so far. I want to know, what have you heard so far? Like, so far, what have you heard? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to wait for 30 seconds. Let me know what you've heard in the comments.
Okay,
I'm waiting. Mimi, do you see anything in the comments? I need to be sure
yes,
that
I can.
people are here. Apart from the last person who said hello.
Okay.
I really need to know what's happening in
Let
the
me check.
comments. If they're
Okay, so we're
here,
taking the comments now. If you're online, please send.
if you're here, let me know because I need to know that they're still here and they're connected. You heard about the transformation and the type of mindset, growth mindset. Okay, thank you, Estella.
Please send
What are you
questions.
taking away? Like so far, what has jumped at you? So when I talked about what have you heard, I mean, what have you heard that applies to you? Okay, Moses says, I have a growth mindset. I've learned that you choose how you want the course of your life to unfold. Yeah, a personal responsibility. Thank you for sharing that. We need more comments. Let's do this. Thank you. Thank you for those who are sharing.
Yes, please keep your comments coming. Keep your questions coming. We have the amazing Naomi, Dr. Naomi, sorry, Asamidwa. So please keep your questions coming, and she's here to answer all of them. So please keep them coming. Um, okay.
Okay, so let's proceed. All right. Okay, so I want to talk about a winning mindset because if you can walk away from this session having this mindset, choosing, and I'm going to share 8 traits of people who have a winning mindset. I mean, I left the surprising benefits. I left that as a blank check intentionally because, and I mean it, transformation can mean different things to different people. You will have to go back to ask yourself, where am I today? Am I okay? Am I happy with my life? Could I be at a better place? Is there more? And what does this more look like? Once you're able to see where you are today and you're able to see where you want to be, the next thing will then the mindset that has gotten me here, is it able to take me there? So there's a lot of questions you'll be asking yourself, and please do the work in answering because you are one that will get yourself out of being stuck to a place where you're unstoppable. I wish I could have just come here to say, you know what, just wave a magic wand and say, go from stuck to unstoppable. I mean, I would not have served you in any way if I just waved a magic wand. Because yeah, that can happen now, but then I go away, you go away, and 6 months from now, you find yourself stuck again. Are you going to start looking for me to wave a magic wand? Perhaps you may not find me. There is no magic wand I'm waving. But what I'm giving you today is something that if you sit down and if you ask yourself, where am I today? What mindset have I carried up until today? Where do I see myself? And if you have not gotten to a place where you can catch big visions for your life, then we need to probably have another session on the power of vision because you have to be able to see possibilities. There is a part of the Bible that talks about God calling Abraham and telling him, look at the stars, count them as far as your eyes can see. It is as far as your eyes can see. Mimi can't see for you. I can't even see for you. It is, and you can't see for me because what you see for me might be limiting. Some people might see all the things I've done over the years and feel like, oh wow, she's good, she's done, she's made. But truth be told, I'm still on my journey. I see big things. I see very big things. I have a vision board. I have a physical vision board. I have an e-vision board. You have to see for yourself. Okay, so let's move. Welcome, Aisha. Welcome, Fumilayo. So nice to see all of you. A winning mindset is a way of thinking and approaching challenges that increases the likelihood of success. Life will happen to us all. At the end of the day, it is how you respond. You have a choice. If there's anything you must take away from today, is knowing that you have a choice. You have the power to choose. I said before you life and death. Choose life this day. Choose life. You have a choice to choose growth, a growth mindset, a winning mindset. Okay? So let's rush through 8 key traits of the winning mindset. These are 8 key traits. I need you to ask yourself if you have them. If you already have them, fantastic. Score yourself. If you don't have them, today is a good day to begin to build on having this traits. So let's run through quickly. The first one is a positive attitude. A winning mindset is optimistic and sees the best in people and situations. I've had horrible things happen to me, even in recent times. And one of the things that has kept me grounded, that has kept my sparkle, even though for a season I could feel like, I'm down and out, but what helps me come back up is being optimistic and choosing to still see the best in that circumstance and even in the people. So you must have a positive attitude. Second thing is a winning mindset is self-assured and believes in one's own abilities. There's so many people, like I said earlier, who have turned down opportunities because they don't believe they can do anything great. Once a door opens, they're like, no, 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 it's not, no, 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 I can't do it. And you need to check yourself. You need to sit down with yourself. Today, some of you need to have a board meeting with yourselves. Like you sit down and you have a board meeting, invite yourself, your spirit, your soul, your body, invite everybody and say, let's have a conversation. You need to do that. You have to do self-assessment. Where am I today? Where am I going? Is this the life that I want? If you find yourself constantly typing God when on Instagram, something is wrong. Something is wrong. If you are one of those who once you see something you're like, God, when, there's a problem. There's a problem because you're not looking at your life and you're not identifying the things that are working. Yeah, I mean, there are great things happening on the gram. Some are real, some are fake. And there's nothing wrong in celebrating the good things you see. But if your first response is God when, there's a problem. That's the truth. There's a problem. If your first response is God when, it means you're questioning even who you are and what you carry. Mimi, you said something?
I said I'm going to write this right now so I don't forget.
Okay. So, confidence, a winning mindset is self assured. You have to look at your life and say, yes, I'm happy for this person. This is great. But, I'm coming. I'm going somewhere. You need to be able to talk to yourself. You need to be able to believe. Look at yourself in the mirror. Some of you need to start practicing mirror talk, where you look at yourself in the mirror and you speak to yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. People can add to your life, coaches can come and they can speak into your life. But you see, at the end of the day, if you don't even believe in yourself, if you don't believe you have any abilities, if you feel you're no good and nothing good will ever come out of your life, everything I'm saying is entering and coming out of the other ear. It's coming out. And I can't help you. I can't help you in the sense that you have to take that responsibility of saying no. I need to sit down with my good self and I need to know who I am. I need to know what has kept me stuck and I need to unstuck myself because we're going from unstuck to unstoppable. You have to be willing to do the work. There's work to be done. Again, there is no magic wand I'm going to wave and everything is just going to go away and your life is just going to be perfect without you doing the work. That is the height of irresponsibility. And I am not a fan of irresponsible people. Mm-mm. I believe in personal responsibility. We all have work to do on ourselves. But I can assure you, when you do the work, you will see the results. Nobody has figured this thing out 100%. Nobody has a perfect life. We all a work in progress. Even I have coaches who talk sense into me. When I feel like, oh, I can't. Oh no, get up. Move. Keep going, keep going. One of my coaches will say, stop normalizing nonsense. You need to get to that place where you ask yourself, what nonsense in my life have I normalized? And you must have this conversation with yourself. Okay. Determination. A winning mindset is persistent and will not give
Okay.
up easily when faced with challenges. You must be determined. The fourth one is focus. A winning mindset is able to stay focused on the task at hand and not get distracted by external factors. Let me break some tables here because some
Okay.
people are in WhatsApp groups, Facebook communities that they have no business in. Distractions everywhere, 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 everywhere. You know that the direction these people are going is not the direction you want to go. But somehow you're telling yourself, I need to be here. This is my old girls association. All of us went to secondary school. But you know that there's nothing inside that group that is adding to your life. Every message that comes into that group, it pierces your soul and you are depressed. Some of you, the depression that you're dealing with, nobody's doing you. It's not village people. It's the atmosphere that you are entertaining, the communities that you're staying in, where you know there is no growth. Nobody's going anywhere. And so you are there. How do you expect to go somewhere when nobody's going anywhere? There's no vision. People are just constantly saying nothing is going to work. This Nigeria is just this, is that. At the end of the day, even if there's a door opening in your front, I promise you, you will not see it. You will not see it. You will not see it. Mimi, are you trying to say something?
No, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to take it all in, and it's just very much. I mean,
Okay.
it's been an amazing
I will soon stop. I
now,
will soon
yeah.
stop. Let me leave this table and move to another area. So you've got to check, all of these external factors. Again, this is responsibility. I'm not going to come to you and say, Mimi, you can't be in this group. Femilayo, come out of this group. I'm not privy to that information. But deep down, is this adding value to me? Some of you are in circles where every time you say, I have a dream, they'll say, she has come. Mimi the dreamer, always dreaming. Is it only you? Always having visions. Is it only you that wants to change the world? You need to know that you have no business being in that circle. And I'm not saying throw away all your friends, but you see, when it now comes to growing, making your vision and your dream come alive, you have to find a different set of people who will feed you positively, people who will cheer you on, people who will say, Go, Mimi, you got this, you can do this, people who will give you access to mentors, people who will say, Mimi, go and read this book. If you read this book, what you're describing now, I believe that book will expand it for you. People who will say, Mimi, there's a conference in Lagos. I feel you need to be there. Mimi, are you following this person on Instagram? Mimi, there's a mentor I follow on LinkedIn. These are the people you should have in your life. Otherwise, you are not moving anywhere. If you don't have such people in your life who are constantly feeding positivity into you, you need to ask yourself, again, these are the issues. These are the issues. These are the matters arising. You're being stuck today. You can unstuck yourself. You can tell yourself, I'm coming out of this place. I'm done. I'm done with this level. You can do it. But you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to have that board meeting with yourself. You have to be willing to assess your situation and ask yourself, which mindset has brought me here? Which one am I letting go? Which one am I picking from today? All right. Hello, Dora. Hello. Welcome. Okay. So, adaptability. A winning mindset is able to adapt to changes and new situations. Life will happen. Even in this Nigeria now, that to even see cash is like, I don't know, it's gold. Some people have just given up. Like it's like there's no point. Let's just sell this country and let's just move to another place. But it will shock you to know that in the midst of all of this, there are people who are cashing out. And I'm not talking about those who are taking advantage of people. There are people who are quietly somewhere now building apps, coming up with solutions. There are people somewhere right now who are sitting down and trying to figure out how to come up with solutions. There are people who before now did not have POS machines. Now they've gone ahead to adapt and to get POS machines. I went to the market recently, and my goodness, every time you go to the market, it's trauma, because for those who don't have a bank account, or they can't receive transfer, they're looking for who will, bring POS. While I was shopping recently, by the time I was done, I needed one item. And the lady I went to shop from, I was just so happy when I saw that she had her own POS machine. And I told my husband as soon as I got home, this is my new customer, because there's no point going to the ones who are yet to figure out how to be collecting their payments. And so I said to him, everything this woman needs, as long as I have it, she's the one I'm going to, because as soon as I'm done, she's just going to swipe. Adaptability. A winning mindset is able to adapt to changes and to new situations. While some people are complaining and just moaning and angry, people are so angry. In that state of anger, you will stay stuck. I'm so sorry. Because even if there are opportunities in front of you, your mindset is so clouded. Your judgment is so clouded in that instant that you can't see anything, you can't hear anything. You're too angry, you're too upset, you're mad at everybody, you're mad at the government. And this is not to say that things are good. Like, I strongly believe that it's time for a new Nigeria. I believe in that new Nigeria. But you see, there is also the place of you being adaptable. Okay? Pascal says, heard once that if a person or group isn't adding value to one's life, then they're definitely subtracting. That is so true. I love that. Subtraction is happening. Pascal said it. And that is so true. We need to pin that comment. If people are not adding to your life, they're taking away from your life. And then you're wondering, why am I stuck? Why am I still stuck? Perhaps you are in a place where you have allowed people to feed negativity into you. You've allowed people to feed toxins into you. And so instead of adding to you, they're depleting you. And life is already hard enough. Living in Nigeria is already that's already something. And so the last thing you want to do is the places where you, because I mean, we can't just wake up now and again wave a magic wand and everything about the government is perfect. I mean, while we trust God and we vote and we do our civil duties and we things get better, there are things that you can do for yourself. One of such is find the people that will add value to you. Things are the way they are, and it would be too bad if you are just there hanging around communities where they're just depleting you. I'm telling you, there are lots of WhatsApp groups before the election. Where I live, it's a beautiful estate. We have a women's forum. I'm in the group because there's a lot of information they share about the estate and all of that, and then of course the women network. But there, a lot of times there's a lot of all of this bad news. See what I did 2 days before the election. Yours truly, I came out of the group. I just came out, and I'm still out because I don't want to hear. I'm telling you, I protect my space. I came out, and I'm like, anything that wants to happen in this estate, no problem. Somehow, I will shall hear. But I'm not going to be in that group because I don't want all of. So as it was happening, I'm sure they would have been sharing videos and it's happening here. They're killing people here. They're fighting here. Nope, not me. I didn't hear anything. So you've got to protect your space. You've got to protect your energy. It's so powerful. I can't put a price tag on that. So when I tell you about the surprising benefits of having a mindset shift, it's best experienced. It's best experienced. Only you will find the words. Because when you decide to start making all of these changes, you will be the one to give me the words of what that feels like. The only one word I can give you tonight is transformation will occur in every area of your life if you choose to have a mindset shift. And that transformation can be you going from one who never saw opportunities to now seeing opportunities left, right, and center, and those opportunities leading you to big things. I can't put a price tag on that. I can't put a limit to that. Okay? So you will be the one to define this
Very.
transformation. Resilience, a winning mindset is able to bounce back from setbacks and overcome obstacles. I mean, this is my life story. This is my life story. And every time I go through something, I remind myself, like, look, you've been here before, Naomi. You can bounce back. And that's the truth. I've had series of things happen since that main story that, I've shared around the world. Lots of things have happened to me. But this resilient spirit of saying, you know what, I'm not going to leave my back on the ground. It was Les Brown that said, when you fall, make sure your back, is on the ground, because if you can only look up, you can rise again. I'll take that again. Les Brown, this is his quote, that when you fall, make sure you fall with your back on the ground, because if you can only look up, you can rise up again. Some of you have fallen and you have fallen face flat. And so you can't see anything. You're only seeing the ground. You can't see the skies. You can't see the birds. You can't see God. You can't see it. You can't see light. You are seeing darkness because your face is flat on the ground. So today, some of you are going to make up your mind to say, you know what? This falling that I fell, let me turn, let me shift, let me just try and turn and face up.
Absolutely.
And what am I seeing up? I'm telling you, just seeing light, light. And events like this, this is light. And that's why you must be, grateful for the entire team behind this TEDx Maitama official, who have decided to bring light to you. Some of you have never heard of me before, and I'm not saying this to hype myself, but I've brought a message today. I'm sharing how I have gone from stuck to unstoppable. Some of you, this perhaps was the message you needed to get out of that place of feeling like nothing is working, my life is over. No, your life is not over. Your life is not over. Your life is not over. And it doesn't even matter how old you are. Even if you're watching this on live or on the replay and you feel, oh, I'm 50 years old, I'm 60 years old, your life is still ahead of you. It's still ahead of you. Okay? All right. Self awareness. I'm almost done. A winning mindset is aware of one's own strengths and weaknesses and is able to work on them. Remember the board meeting. Some of you need to start scheduling. We're almost done. We're done by maybe a few minutes past 7. Some of you need to say, okay, 8 o'clock, board
By
meeting.
7. Apologies.
What do you say?
No, I said we're supposed to be done at 7 o'clock. So I
Yeah,
just
so
was
just, I
heading
mean, I'm
in
almost done.
about.
So I'm just saying 7:05 maybe in case there are questions, right? But I mean, we're going to stick with the time. I'm almost done with my slides. We're really going to stick with the
I,
time, but just in case we have questions. And I know we had network issues throwing us in and out. So, bottom line, book your board meeting. And I want those of you who are live to put it in the chat box. What time is your board meeting? And remember, the board meeting is with yourself, because you have to be self-aware. You have to be self-aware. What's my strength? What's my weakness? Some of you need to go take the 16 personalities test. Go and do the assessments. There are lots of free assessments. Understand who you are. Know where your strengths are, know where your weakness, and begin to work on them. There's no perfect person out there. Everyone has something they're working on, but it's a deliberate decision. Okay? Goal oriented. A winning mindset is focused on achieving specific goals and is willing to put in the work to achieve them. Again, you have to do the work. Some of you will hear now, I'm saying set your time for board meeting. Some of you will hear and say, which one is board meeting? What concerns me concerns board meeting. How is board meeting going to put food on my table? Truth be told, I'm going to share what I have to share. Some people will take it, some people will run with it, some people will take action. And the difference between all of us who have heard this word today, myself inclusive, the difference between where we will be 6 months from now will be determined by the actions that we choose to take daily. We do not rise to the levels of our goals, but we fall to the levels of our systems. You have to have a structure and a system around your life. Very, very important. Okay, this is where we wrap it up. Having a winning mindset is not a fixed
Yeah.
trait, meaning it is a skill that can be developed through practice and self-reflection. Please schedule your board meeting. Even me, I'm going to have my board meeting, 8 o'clock. I'm going to have my board meeting. I'm planning to go away for a quick trip in a few weeks, and it is a serious 1 week board meeting. I'm going away to sit down with myself, as analyze my life, analyze the first quarter of 2023. Can you see that the first quarter of 2023 is almost over? We're just days, today's the 15th. We're already halfway through March. And in another 2 weeks, we're saying goodbye to quarter one of 2023. You have to sit down and ask yourself the goals that I set, how far? How far? Am I on track? Did I step off track? If you didn't set goals at all, why? Why are you living your life to chance? You know that song, Q Sarah Sarah, whatever will be, will be. It cannot be who you are. You have to make things be. Okay? So when someone cultivates a winning mindset, they can face life's challenges with courage, with confidence and determination, and they can increase their chances of success. I dare say they can go from unstuck, or rather, they can go from stuck to unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Oh my God. God. I mean, I'm also
Okay.
having my board meeting. I will have my if I that Dr. Noah taught us today, if it were in a book, I'm sure that it would have been sold out by now. I mean, the words you were dishing out, Dr. Naomi. I mean, I some of you, but then the way you said them felt like I haven't heard those words before. So much
Thank you.
power, so much grace, so much truth. I mean, it's really, really. I'm very sure that I'm never, ever, ever going to go through the rest of the year the same. I'm not even joking. It's just not going to be the same. I am sure. Yes, I don't know about all of you, but for me, it's never going to be the same. So please send in your questions. I think
Yeah.
it's question answer session. Send in your questions, and you all have amazing comments and questions for Dr. Naomi. So please send them in so we can wrap up this session already.
Yeah,
Check.
I can see one of the comments. Thank you so much, Mimi. I can see one of the comments. Dora Lynn, I think that's Queen, saying self-awareness is the best thing that happened with me. Self-awareness, it will transform your life. Just being in that place of being aware. Just that place of being aware. It will change your life. Mimi, I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Seems like we lost her. Do we have any questions? It's already 7:03. Once again, thank you to the entire team for having me. I am so grateful, so thankful, so thankful, so thankful. I can't see Mimi. Do we have any questions?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to check out if we have any questions.
Yeah, I'm seeing one. I'm not just sure what
Let me check
if
the
it's a
comments.
complete question. Who can one deal with sticking to achieving goals? Does she mean who or how? So I need to understand the question. Is it how can one deal with? Okay,
Book
yeah, it's how.
question
Because most
because I'm
times I
sure
set
we have.
goals but achieve only few. Can you hear me? Okay, so I'm not sure if Mimi's frozen. Okay, we lost her. So yeah, this person's asking about dealing with achieving goals and setting goals, but achieving only a few. There's that acronym about having SMART goals. So S is specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is realistic, um, smart, and then T is time bound. Some goals you set, it might not be for now. I mean, you need to look at your goals and ask yourself, is it specific? So, for instance, maybe weight loss. You say, I want to lose weight. That's not a specific goal. Saying I want to lose 5 kg in the next 30 days, that is specific. And so sometimes we set goals and they're not specific. And so they end up not happening because we were not specific. Oh, I want to read. That's a goal, right? But what do you want to read? I want to read 3 books by the end of April. And then knowing the 3 books that you're reading will also help. And then also setting time to say every day between 5 and 6 p.m., I'm going to read for 1 hour. That is helping you set your goals now in a way that you're taking action, right? And of course, time bound. So that's why I said for the goal of maybe reading 3 books, you're saying, okay, I want to read 3 books. So you're specific, right? And then the time bound is at the end of April. And then is it realistic? You want to ask yourself based on your schedule. If you're super busy, you have a lot going on, you may want to say, okay, I could start with reading 1 book, right? Because the end of April is about 45 days away. But if you can handle it and you say, I want to read 3 books, right? You then specify these are the 3 books. You can even go further to say, okay, each of these books, this one is 200 pages, this one is 150 pages, this one is 200 pages, and you total it. You total the pages and you say, okay, total it's about, let's say 600 pages, right? And then you break it down and you break it down to say, every day I'm going to read 5 pages or 10 pages, right? If it's 45 days, you can do a division and say, okay, 600 divided by 45. And you find out that maybe you need to read an average of maybe 15 pages a day. And that's doable. You can probably cover that in 30 minutes, but then you stick with it. Okay. How do you go about prioritizing your goals so you don't expend yourself trying to accomplish so much with limited time? I think you kind of answered yourself, and maybe you might have pulled some answers from what I just shared, right? So you have to first prioritize the goals. Some goals may not be for now. Let's say you want to have a PhD and then you put by the end of 2023. That is not that is not even realistic, right? And at the end of the day, you can look at the end of the year and say, oh, I didn't achieve this goal. But it's possible that you could apply. If you've done your master's and you say you want to go to the next level of having a PhD, you could apply and then know that, okay, so the goal would then be, okay, start my journey to having a PhD. So that means in 2023, you need to have decided the school you want to go, have at least 2, 3 options, check the requirements, the eligibility, what makes you qualified to apply, and then go right ahead and apply, right? So you have to look at your life, and in the board meeting you're going to have, you can look at your life and say, what is priority right now? There are goals that I have that I know are not for 2023, but they are in my journal. Like I was studying the book of Daniel, and Daniel is so fascinating. And while I was studying, I realized something. Before, Mimi, welcome back. Before, when they were captured, and they were brought into the king's palace. You know, first of all, the king was specific about the kind of people that were going to serve him. He said they had to be good looking, they had to be knowledgeable. And it's interesting, you know, when you look at the breakdown, and you can see all of that in Daniel chapter 1, I found something very interesting. The king told them, the guy who was in charge of the prisoners, that they were going to go through 3 years of preparation, 3 years of preparation before they will now be brought to attend to the king. And I've read the book of Daniel so many times, but I didn't see that. Do you know what I did yesterday? I haven't shared this publicly. I got one of my journals, and I said this: 3 years. I'm going to create a personal development plan for 3 years, and there's specific subjects I want to build mastery on. Because one of my goals is to serve kings. I truly believe that in my lifetime, and in not in what's the word I'm looking for? Not too distant future, I will serve kings. And I'm saying it now, I'm putting it out there. I've shared this with my private coaching clients. It's a big dream that I have, to serve nations, to serve governments. And I've sat with royalty. Last year I was in the kingdom of Lesotho, and I sat with a queen. And I know that I am closer to that dream, closer than when I started, right? But when I saw this word yesterday, I said to myself, even while I'm preparing, even while I'm desiring, even while it's on my vision board, even while it's a goal, 3 years, 3 years. There's something about that 3 years. And you can say, do you need 3 years to prepare to start attending to kings? Possibly, yes. Because how you will serve an entrepreneur is not how you will serve a king. Because now it's not just about the king. The capacity with which you're serving the king, the decision the king will make, will affect millions of people. So you need to prepare. You can't show up anyhow in front of royalty just because you think, yes, I want to serve kings. And then you show up. And when you're asked the question, because if you go further down, the moment the time was up and they brought them before the king, the scriptures record that there was nothing that Daniel could not respond to, that there was nothing too hard that Daniel could not give an answer to. And the Bible goes further to say Daniel and his friends were 10 times better, 10 times better. They prepared 3 years. So you want to ask yourself, this is for Lois, who was asking about how do you prioritize your goals so you don't expend yourself trying to accomplish so much within a limited time. Choose your goals. Which goals are for now? Which goals are for later? Which goals are you going to start working on now, but the fruition would be 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? Some of you want to do your master's, and maybe you don't even have your transcript yet. You've not even collected your transcript. You don't know the school you want to go to, but you've put it there that you want to do your master's in 2023. Start the process and watch that journey unfold. I hope I've answered. I don't want us to, stay too long because it's already 7:13.
Yes. Time.
But yeah, yeah. Thank you, Pascal. Thank you for having
All right.
me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I mean, for me, it's been a very transformative moment. The fire in your voice, the fire. I mean, it's it's. I mean, my mind is totally transformed, and I know that it's the same for everyone here today and everyone that will watch this video later. I mean, it is one of the most amazing and transforming conversations I have heard or engaged in forever. Dr. Naomi, you are an amazing woman. You're a phenomenal woman. You are not just a woman of stories, like I said before. You are one person that carries sunshine in you and in your skin and in the way you give it out to other people and shine your light everywhere. I mean, it's just amazing. And I know that I honestly don't want it to go, but I mean, we just have to. Maybe I'll have a private session with you sometime.
Yeah,
But
just
for
send me a
now, thank you
DM. Yeah,
so
Mimi, go ahead. I mean, send me a DM, Mimi. You can send me a DM.
I will. I will. I definitely
Please
will.
do.
Thank you so much for
Please
coming
do.
today. Thank you so much for teaching and enlightening us so much. Thank you so much. I love you, and I will send a DM. And
Please do.
thank you. And thanks everyone
Thank you,
that
everybody.
joined.
So Dora
Thank you
Lane
so
just
much.
shared something. Dora Lane just said, "Thank you so much. I joined late, but grabbed an answer I have been longing for, and this is it
Oh,
for me. This is what I'm taking away. I'm so glad. I am so happy that you grabbed an answer that you've been longing for." Oh, she said, "I'm gonna send a DM too." Yes, please send a DM at Naomi Osemedua. Just follow me, send a DM, and I will respond. I got you. Thank you, Pascal. Thank you to the entire team for having me. I love you all. Thank you so much. And remember, the center stage is not for select few, it has your name on it. So go right ahead and take your place. All right. Bye for now.
okay. Bye. So much.